Hello, my name is George Burden. I am with the Tesla Scientific Foundation, a board member, and we are here today to witness the firing of a unusual Tesla coil, which is horizontal, created by Leslie Baird, who is an expert in Tesla scientific technology and has been working on this for many years. And we're going to witness something that we haven't seen in a long time, and it's probably the largest Tesla coil in private hands in the United States at the present time. Leslie Baird has been experimenting with science of electricity and magnetism as well as other scientific phenomena since childhood, most likely from her ancestral calling as descendant of Michael Faraday, the English 19th century scientist and eminent member of the Royal Society of London. Though Michael Faraday had no children, Leslie is a direct descendant of his uncle. Faraday is known for his many experimental discoveries regarding electricity and magnetism. Most important is the discovery of induction that produced the first electric motor attributed to Faraday. Leslie has studied at various institutions, including MIT, where an illness caused her withdrawal. In her younger years, Leslie completed a working atom smasher. What caused your interest in Nikola Tesla's work that led you to build 1 to 2 million volt Tesla coil?
It started when I was 6. My father brought home one of these magnetron magnets, and it set off all kinds of bells and whistles in my head. Here was an inanimate object that would take things away from you and not give them back, and you could feel it pulling, but you couldn't see how. And I knew I had to find out how.
This coil seems to be different than most that I've seen. Leslie, your Tesla coil is horizontal and not vertical like most constructed Tesla coils. Is there a reason for this particular design?
Well, I thought I could take Tesla's word for the work that he did, and I decided I wasn't going to duplicate that. It wasn't worth my time, and so I wanted to build this as a half wavelength machine. It's a little higher frequency than the others, and it's got a lot of advantages.
How do I know? How do you explain the half wavelength? I don't understand that.
The coupling is 0.6. It's a strong coupling, and it couples the entire coil, and it ends up the voltage that goes, alternates between the two sides. This is a half wavelength. A quarter wavelength machine would have one end grounded. It's more efficient, and it allows me to study the sparks better, to direct the sparks and study the behavior. And in the middle of choke coils to prevent if the high frequency from the Tesla coil should jump from the secondary to the primary coil, it would run back to this thing and blow out all those diodes. The next thing it goes is a water resistor. It has to be able to handle the power, and it has to be able to handle.
You have two water resistors there.
2 water resistors.
One has the blue water in it, and the other one in the back.
And they have a very small amount of electrolyte in them, so that I titrated to 40,000 ohms to limit the power from this to 1 amp maximum. And from there, it goes through these PVC.
But before that, Leslie, just 1 minute. This transformer steps up the original power from the...
It takes 240 volts and steps.
I noticed also that these, what would you call these, electrodes? These gaps?
It's just an electrode, I guess.
Electrode, and then they all come to a point like a lightning rod.
Most Tesla coils have a sphere or something that capacitance at the end, and it makes it more continuous. I was interested in the voltage, and I was interested in it, and I didn't want the capacitance.
Okay.
So,
is there anything else that you might want to add about your Tesla coil that is different than, let's say, any other Tesla coil?
Lots of stuff. This is a whole lot of innovative ideas, over a period of years. It took me 10 years to build it and get this tuned and get it the way I want, and
when you say tuned, what do you mean by tuned?
Yeah, it has to resonate properly. Before I got it resonating, there were sparks jumping all up and down the side of the coil. When I got it resonating properly, there's none of that.
So this took a lot of work.
A lot of time. It's a labor of love, and Took a long time. That's the way knowledge is. You got to learn all this stuff.
That's
The only way to learn about it is by doing it.
It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. Can't learn this in school.
Can't learn it in school. You've got to actually do the experiment.
So.
Today we are going to observe your hand-built experimental Tesla coil in operation, 1 million volts. I understand at this point it could be 2 million, but you've cut it down to 1 million for some reason. Horizontal Tesla coil. Let's proceed with the demonstration.
Goes in. This goes in. That goes on.
Okay. Corner here.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
Whoa! Into here.
Good God, that thing is loud.
You can come up into here.
Okay. Go ahead.
Malfunction on the end. Go
You go up to about here.
Okay, I will. Go ahead.
Can you get
That thing is awesome.
It is absolutely
awesome. Anybody have a reaction here? What do you?
Powerful.
That thing is loud.
It is sparking all over the place.
God, can you imagine what Tesla did to his audiences back in the 1800s?
Smell the ozone.
Oh my God.
Is that what that is? You can.
Yeah, it's a lot louder than I knew it would be loud, but it's a lot louder than I expected it to be. Why is it loud, Leslie? Is it splitting air molecules?
Lightning makes a lot of noise.
Tesla evidently spoke in, I believe it was 1893, on some of his projects in the Franklin Institute, and they're going to celebrate that celebration again. They're also in the educational field, where they're going to have people demonstrate Tesla coils to high school students and to students that may come to the Franklin Institute. The Tesla community, as James mentioned, he would invite them to look at the site where the script is and invite their comments from the Tesla Science Foundation, and they'd be very welcome to have any comments. And I can guarantee you that you will have comments, because this is a very active group.